Hey, you know what's tight? Money. That shit's tight, yo. With money, you can buy essential services like drugs or sex robots. And if you have enough money, people will value you as a human being. In fact, the more money you have, the better human you are. That's why the people with the most money don't have to suffer the consequences of things like labor exploitation or human rights violations. Because they have more money, because they're better than us. You see, there's this increased talk right now in our country about employee percentages and how everybody's just too lazy and they don't want to work. Nobody wants to work anymore. Everybody's too lazy. Why aren't they slaving away for 72 hours a week, draining them of any joy they have for their own lives and physically endangering themselves for a soulless corporation? All they want to do is live peacefully at home with their loved ones and make a paycheck worth 3 times as much as they normally make. That's laziness. They're lazy. My kids don't love me and they're lazy. There's this giant problem with our country's wage problem. The people at the bottom get paid too little and the people at the top, ones who control how much everyone gets paid too much. Did you know that if we adjust for inflation, the minimum wage has only risen $3 in the last 80 years? You want to guess how much CEO pay has risen in the last 80 years? Enough to own spacecraft powerful enough to get to what experts refer to as technically the edge of space. Or otherwise known as something the Soviets did 60 years ago. Good job, Jeff! We currently have this conversation in political movement, which is known as the Fight for 15, which begs that the minimum wage be risen to $15 an hour in a reasonable time frame of completed by 2025. You want to know what the minimum wage should be if we adjust for inflation once again, starting with the beginning of minimum wage in 1938? $24. You want to know what the minimum wage should be in 2025 if we stayed on the same path? $30. We need to start negotiations at $20 today, and if the bosses play nice, we won't go higher than we need to. But Chris, you're saying, what about all the small businesses that won't be able to pay their employees that much and will have to shut down? If your business only survives because you pay your employees well under a stable living wage, then you. 10 people in the community don't need to struggle for survival so you can own your own hair salon with some morbidly ironic name like Curl Up and Die. Your dreams and your contribution to the class war. The one thing we need to remember as the working class is that we have the power. We create the goods, we create the services, we create the labor, we create the profit, we create it all, and we deserve it all. And you're goddamn right I'm reading off a script. Under our current minimum wage system, even if you work full-time, 40 hours a week, there's not a single location in this United States that you can actually afford to rent. And that's just one bill. That's not even including other necessities like utilities, food, and weed. Minimum wage jobs only exist for high schoolers that work part-time. They're not meant for grown adults with families and houses. You really want 18-year-olds to be making $20 an hour? I gotta make it smoky in here. I want my dumb persona to be mystified. Cancer's gonna be so much fun. 52.3% of minimum wage workers are over the age of 25. And yes, if somebody's doing the labor, I expect them to be compensated fairly. F you. Well, if you raise the minimum wage, the price of everything is just going to skyrocket. Holy shit. Did you know that the USA isn't the only country in the world? There are already countries that employ a much higher minimum wage without giant price disparities when compared to our own? Holy shit! Holy shit! There's something you have to realize. Every time that you're arguing against raising the minimum wage, you're simping for billionaires. People that would throw your corpse over a puddle just so they wouldn't fuck up their alligator baby alligator skin shoes. People that would throw your corpse over a puddle just so they wouldn't mess up their alligator baby skin shoes or whatever. I don't know what rich people wear. You are nothing to them and you are out there defending them. Just a free roaming defender of the monsters that are destroying us. Either work with your fellow people to help create a society that we can all enjoy, or just accept your position as the elite's bitch. Hey, thanks for your time, and remember, fight the power, buy a gun, bring a buddy, bring a friend. Here's a shovel. Can you dig it? That wraps it up.